I was informed that you guys are a completely new crew to us because we had middle school kids the last time we were here. So, couple of quick questions. One, have any of you ever seen this creature in your whole life? Oh, awesome. Okay. Now, as you may or may not know, I'll just throw you some tidbits of information you may already know, just pretend you don't know it. So we are entering into the Year of the Dragon. So Year of the Dragon is a very auspicious year. Question that would be commonly asked is how many people in here would be under the Year of the Dragon? Anybody? A couple of people? So, the Year of the Dragon is considered to be if you're born under that year, you have natural born leader tendencies. It's a very strong imagery because of it being a character that you would acknowledge as a symbol of Asia. You see dragons all over Asia in different shapes and forms. So the common misconception of this creature, though, is that people assume it's a dragon. So we've kind of come here today to want to explain a little bit about why it's not a dragon and what's the difference. So this is considered in Chinese to be called Shi Fu. Shi Fu means lion. But a lot of people feel that's strange because lions are not native to China, so it's a weird kind of like, how does that work? So there's a lot of stories that kind of wrap around its idea. The one story in particular is that during the Silk Road trade, a lot of creatures came into China that were not native. And as we know in folklore, you have an imagery of creatures that are taught to us as part of the story. A centaur, what's a centaur? Half what? Half horse, half person. So we know what a horse is, we know what a person is, put it together, you have a centaur. Obviously not a real creature, but one that folklore teaches. Pegasus, a horse with what? Wings, a unicorn with a horn. So when you think about stories that are told, the imagery's already there. So for Chinese folklore, it's very similar. You have characters that look like something that might be similar to something else. So the lion, when people saw the lion for the first time ever in their life, it was an easy connection to either what people call a fu dog or the Chinese Shi Fu, which is the lion. Now, the purpose of the lion dance and the dragon dance has a similar kind of purpose. They are to chase away evil and bring in good luck, to bring prosperity to the onlooker, and also just bring a sense of happiness through the performance. Now, when we perform this, we use a made lion that comes out of South China or Malaysia, where different versions of it look different to the region of where they're from. In Beijing, they have a lion that looks like a dog. So it's red and orange, and it's very playful like a dog would be. In Taiwan, they have a lion that looks like a very angry caterpillar, so its face is fierce with a long body. In Tibet, they have one called the snow leopard, and it's very furry and it looks like a dog as well, but its colors are a lot more vibrant. A lot of times when you see these more obscure lions, their purpose is more for village type atmospheres, like to bring a good harvest or to bring good kind of feeling to the actual villagers themselves. This particular lion over the years has been changed because its original look was a lot more gruesome and fierce looking. People say that in the 1920s, when Chinatowns first started doing lion dance performances for Lunar New Year, the original head was very big and the body was long, so they just called it a dragon. And we know that a lot of times when things hit, newspapers or media, it's kind of just the first knee-jerk reaction is that's what that is, and people just call it that. So the term lion just doesn't resonate. And every time we do the performance and try to tell people this, they're like, no, that doesn't sound right. But we do promise you, if you look up dragon dance, if you look up lion dance, you'll see a difference. Now, one of the biggest differences, it takes more people to run the dragon. Because when you think of a dragon's body, you think it looks like a what? The body of a what? A snake. You can tell. Furry snakes, not so much. So the fur on this creature gives more of its understanding that it is a different creature than the dragon. When we run a dragon, we have a 3-person dragon, a 5-person dragon, and a 9-person dragon. In some parts of mainland China, they'll have one that goes all the way up to 30 people to run it. So when you see it, it's held by poles and it runs in big parades, and it just shows itself to be very majestic. It doesn't interact with you, it's not very playful, because the character itself is not meant to be. It's a symbol of strength, a symbol of wisdom, and when you see the dragon, you automatically think of its kind of ominous presence as being a big creature. Even though it's in folklore, it's just understood that we know what that imagery looks like. Now, the difference between a Chinese dragon or an Eastern dragon to a Western dragon is the Western dragon teaches us that we're slaying the dragon. The dragon is kind of like your inner anger and your inner turmoil, so you're trying to slay that within you. Whereas in Asia, the dragon is looked upon as a good luck symbol, so it's treated differently in the way the stories are told. Every country has their version of a good luck piece. You got a horseshoe, you got a shamrock, you got a lucky rabbit's foot, you got all kinds of versions of what's good luck. So these creatures are symbolic of trying to bring a strong imminence of good luck and prosperity through the performance. Now, our performance piece today is called Awakening into the New Year. So as you see the lion's asleep, so it will wake up, it will come up into an excited feeling of the new year. Now, as we know, or if you do know, Lunar New Year doesn't really officially start until the 10th. But it goes for 15 days beyond that because it's a lunar calendar of the moon. So by the time it gets to the 15th day, the moon has gone through its cycle. And then it pretty much enters into that year. Now we are chasing away the year of the rabbit, and we are entering into the year of the dragon, and then it goes on and on depending on what your birth year is. Some people think that their birth year is not very great, like if you say you're the year of the rat, some people are like, oh, rat, that sounds awful. No, not really. You know, it's just a story. But it tells you, if you know the folklore, the rat was the first one to be chosen as one of the creatures of the 12 animals. So that's actually good luck. So, but we think rats and we think not so good. But like I said, you know, it's all in perspective. So we are the Chien School of Kung Fu from Atlanta, Georgia, and we are here to perform for you today the what? Lion dance. So, guys, at the end of our performance, we actually have a little bit of a surprise. So we want to kind of throw that on you at the end, but we're going to wait and see how that goes. The lion will come down at a point to interact with you. The only thing we ask you to do, don't yank on it. We are Kung Fu people, so we don't like if you yank on us too much. But we will come up to you and play. If you've got camera phones with you, shoot, take pictures all you want to. At the end of it, we're going to take a shot where we hope to get all of you in the picture because that would be awesome too. So guys, we're very honored to be here today to celebrate the beginnings of Lunar New Year with you, and we hope you enjoy our performance. Thank you so much for having us. Okay, so, question. Who's studying Chinese? 2 people. Awesome. So, for those that don't know, we'll just tell you. So these characters say, 新年快乐. 新年快乐 is
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year! Ladies and gentlemen, back to you. We of the Chien School of Kung Fu and Baylor School would like to wish you a very happy and prosperous Year of the Dragon. 恭喜发财，新年快乐 Happy New Year! Okay, so, as I told you the story of the lion and gave you a little bit of information about the dragon. Now, as I said, most people when they see the lion and they don't see the dragon, the first thing they do is go, well, that's not true, it has to be a dragon. But we brought a dragon, so we're going to show you what it looks like, and we're going to pull 3 of you out of every single group you have to come up and do your own dragon dance. All right, as much as you might not think it takes any courage to get up here and do this, it actually does. I mean, these guys didn't have to. They could have been scared to death and said, nope, I'm not in. But they did. So let's give them a round of applause. I mean, there you go. All right. Last but not least, our senior Baylor School Dragon Dance team. That was actually quite good. Very good job, man. Cheers. That was cool. Okay. And just when you thought it was over, I need 3 teachers. This is your revenge. So, teachers don't like when we pull them up, but they're good sports and we appreciate it. So let's give them a hand as well. All right, let's see if they learned anything from the 4 groups. That was awesome. Great job. So guys, you have been wonderful this morning, and I'm very, very grateful to have all of you here to take part in this, but also be great sports, and to be willing to step up and do this. And you guys all did a great job, and we thank you so much for having us. We are the Chien from Atlanta.